Hi, I'm Joanna. This is my first video, so I'm a bit nervous, so I'm sorry about this. I hope to get more professional. That's why I'm just starting and facing my fears. So really, I just wanted to introduce myself and the Humble Warrior review. There you go, already. The Humble Warrior retreats. And just just really let you know why I've started this, and so you can see if it's of interest to you as well. So I came into yoga from a place of crisis, really. I think it was an existential moment in my life. It was when I was about to turn 40. I was married at the time, but things were not going well. My career was fine, but not necessarily fulfilling me. So really, I was filling my time with shopping, drinking alcohol, and on working and on repeat. And I just felt that it wasn't fulfilling me. There was something missing. And then my marriage got to a point of crisis, definitely, where I couldn't really see how my life was going to move forward. So yeah, that's when I found yoga, along with counselling and a lot of meditation, and just really starting to work on myself and try to build myself up, really, from a life that I just wasn't happy in. So I found yoga, and it was really transformative. I think what has brought me to the Humble Warrior concept as it is I found it quite intimidating to start with. I think there was a lot of people that were amazing, that could get their leg over their head, that looked bendy and flexible and fantastic. And I was not in good shape at all. I had a back operation 6 years ago now, maybe, but still, it's an area that is not flexible. It's not, I still have pain. It's just an area that troubles me sometimes. And because of all the issues I had, I also have problems in my knees and my hips. I'm not strong or bendy in any way. So, I did find it quite intimidating, but because I just loved it, just even after the first session, I just felt something so different to the mundane drudge that I'd been living through, and the level of anxiety that I'd been living through. It felt better, and I thought, yes, this is, I don't know how, and I don't know what, and I think I spent a lot of shavasanas, the rest period at the end, in tears, because my emotions were just releasing. But it worked, and tiny bit by tiny. And I was the worst person. I was in the corner. I always had the same spot in the back of the corner. I was the one always in child's pose because I just couldn't hold the positions. My body was not strong enough. But my teachers were amazing. They were, they're so helpful, because it's what I've realised now, like a few years on, is that it's not about getting into scary positions. It's about just, even if you just show up on your mat and breathe and take that time for yourself, you're doing yoga. Anything above that is a bonus, which means that it is for everyone. And I still think there's a bit of a perception about yoga being elitist or whatever it is, but it may put some people off. So I want to make yoga accessible to everyone, and especially people in need, either in need mentally or physically. Before I started, I couldn't tie my shoelaces up. I wouldn't be able to tie my shoelaces without sitting down, taking quite a long time to get into a position that would allow my body, it's hard to imagine now, but now I can, get my whole palm of my hand under my feet in a forward bend. So and that's taken years. That I think the other thing with yoga is you don't see the benefits immediately. So you don't, in the way that you're doing, I don't know, a HIIT workout, and within a couple of weeks you've got, the abs are starting to go, potentially for some people. It's a slower process, but because of that, it's much more sustainable. So you can, my body has completely changed shape. And that's not the reason I do it at all. It was a side effect that is, a stronger body was an amazing side effect to something that I was really doing for my mental health. So, and it's just, and because it's a sustainable thing. So now my body is just, that's how it is. It's on an even keel. Even if I don't practice, like if I've injured myself, which I have at the moment, I've injured my wrist. I'm so accident prone. I haven't, been able to do yoga properly for a few weeks, but my body has maintained the same level of strength with its muscle memory, because it's, bodies are clever like that. But I'm waffling now, but I'm generally fascinated in yoga for mental health above all else. Yoga so it's strength of mind, and then strength of body for weakness. So not to be able to flip your legs over your head and do incredible poses, just slowly strengthen every day. And it's just incredible, the results. And also I found a community. So, without being too cheesy, I see yoga as a real, as much as you're on a mat and it's just your time for however long you spend, 30 minutes, an hour, however long, it's your time to, check in, just be good to your body, be good to yourself, be good to your body. But it also creates this beautiful community, and connection, especially now, is so important. So yeah, again, when I was going through this terrible time, I went to a yoga retreat, which again, transformed my life, because I went on my own one of the first times I've ever been anywhere on my own, thinking, I'll just spend some time with me. I'll just go and do some lovely yoga and go to the beach. It was in Portugal. It was beautiful. It was also surfing. So do a bit of surfing, have a lovely time, eat some healthy food, drink some wine, because that's another point. I'm very very into the social aspect. Drink some wine, some Portuguese, some port, and just be by myself, which I think is also an important thing to do. But what happened was I met incredible people who were doing the same. They were, they'd taken this time just to be with themselves, work on themselves. And you just connect with these incredible people that you never would come across. And you learn, sharing stories with people is one of my favorite things to do. It's just, you learn so much. Every time you speak to someone new, you learn. You're just learning all the time. And these people, they might come in and out of your life in a fleeting moment, but also they might become friends for life. And I do so I think, there's the connection side of coming together and sharing your energy, because that's what it is. It's you're creating energy within yourself. You're putting energy out into the world. And just by sharing that with other people that are in the same mindset, because, for whatever reason, they've come to yoga and kind of this, awareness of what they need for themselves, and taking time out of busy lives, busy days, busy careers, you'll have a similar outlook. So, it's just a lovely thing. So at the end of all that waffle, what I'm really trying to do is build a community of humble warriors that can share their energy, share their experiences, and just spend some time building yourself up again. Because now especially, we've all had a shocking year. Let's that's putting it mildly. So this is a great time to not be scared and intimidated by yoga, but kind of just give it a try and see if it's the sort of thing that lights you up, which it really did for me. It might not be for everyone. I believe with my whole heart that it's amazing and transformative, but that's my experience. So I'd like to give other people that experience, and if it works for them, that's all I want. And if it doesn't, you've tried. So I think that's mainly my aim. So this is my first video. I'm interested in lots of other aspects in terms of the psychology, the anatomy, so and energy itself. So going off into the universe, chakras, meditations, manifestations. I'm interested in all of it. It all connects. And you don't have to be interested in all the different aspects, but if you are interested to learn, I want to now share what I've learned, and I've been really putting the time in to get to know this side of wellness, I guess, and yeah, I would like to share it. So I hope that sounds interesting, and hopefully I'll do more of these once I've got over the initial shock of this one. And yeah, it would be lovely if you just join me and take anything from what I'm putting out into the world. Okay, thank you. Bye.